Hello! So I have been kind of taking a very extended break with YouTube, and I would like to get back into the mojo and actually be very consistent in my future with YouTube. But that is why I haven't posted. I didn't forget, but I've just been kind of weighed down with a lot of stuff that I'll probably make a YouTube video about maybe, because maybe people are interested in also feeling what I'm feeling. But, so without further ado, this is going to be your July tarot predictions for the Zodiac signs. I do prefer you apply your moon sign. You can apply your rising sun, moon, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, all of that, but moons just seems to be the best. So yeah, I missed June, so this can cover, I'm gonna maybe cover some of the themes you're feeling this summer, like what might have occurred in June, and then I'm also going to maybe predict a little bit of themes that could come up ahead in the rest of July. For fixed signs, I have the Fool, I have the High Priestess, I have Four of Wands, I have Eight of Swords reversed, I have the Hanged Man, and I have Page of Pentacles. First of all, with the astrology for fixed signs in July, there's going to be the Venus retrograde in Leo for the next 2.5 months. And that's going to be a very big reflective period on fixed signs, specifically fixed rising signs, and what you value, your relationships, and maybe what you need to change about those themes. Now, this spread is really interesting because it does talk about you having a lot of, you want to spend your money this month, you want to have fun, you want to blow off steam, and perhaps in June it was very lively, but you're also in this loop or this cycle of spending X amount, not saving X amount, having like the same amount in your bank account every single month despite your earnings. Like it's almost like you're in this repetitive cycle, both financially but also within your relationship dynamics. Maybe you have friends that you have a really good time with and you have a lot of fun with, but you don't always feel very supported or connected with them. It could feel like you are trying really hard to like heal certain things from your past, because I have Eight of Swords reversed and I have the Hanged Man, but then I also have Four of Wands and the Fool. So I feel like there's this juxtaposition of both identifying that you want to release this like negative inner dialogue and begin to be more experimental and open-minded to new things around you, like try new things, go new places, pursue new hobbies or interests that are just presented or available to you, but you're also kind of like not wanting to stray too far from what you already know and what you're familiar with. So it's almost like as much as you want things to be a bit different for yourself, you are rooted by these habits that it's you know, fixed behavior where you just want to be a creature of habit, and you're not as open-minded to embracing the kind of things that you need to embrace in order to have the kind of things that you want to have. So I feel like just from the get-go with this spread, it's really good that you're doing a lot of healing and you're validating like what you need. Definitely with the High Priestess at play. Oh my god, 1 second. Is it truly even one of my YouTube videos if I don't have to get up 5,000 times for my dogs? But so the High Priestess does make me feel like you're very focused on healing, growing your sense of self, and just trying to better yourself or identify behaviors that have not been healthy for you. But you're also kind of rooted to what you know. You're rooted to certain friendships. You're rooted to certain daily behaviors or daily routines that have kind of kept you in this limbo or this stagnant energy that just has not been improving for you. However, with Page of Pentacles upright, I will say, even though I feel like you're kind of in this rut maybe financially, I do think that there's more money coming into you for you this month, and I think that that's also very valuable. I'd also say listen maybe to more of your familial, like people who feel nurturing and feel like home to you or feel like family to you, or even actually your family. I would say listen to their advice a little bit more, because I feel like there's something that you're, oh my god, I'm sorry about them, but there's something that you're not seeing that could really help you, and it could be like your friends notice, or your family noticing that a certain friend only comes around when like you got paid and you want to spend money on them because you're not a stingy person, but then maybe like on the week that you haven't gotten paid they're always MIA, like things like that. I would say just like be a little bit more open than you think you're being. Instead of like your natural reaction to resist things for the next month, I'd say you need to be a little bit more just like flexible. And then the upcoming prediction, I have Five of Wands reversed, I have Knight of Wands, and did I only pull 2 cards? Oops. Five of Wands reversed, Knight of Wands, Eight of Pentacles and Five of Swords. Okay. Upcoming towards the end of July, I think you're going to have to make some kind of shift in the company that you keep. Now, this doesn't have to be as dramatic as like it sounds. Like, it doesn't mean you have to break up with someone, or it doesn't mean you have to stop being friends with someone, or that you have to just have a complete 180 or block people. I'm not saying it has to be that dramatic. Maybe for some of you it will be, but I do think that there is like a dynamic in your life where it's just bringing your energy down or keeping you limited. It's almost like there's a person, this is just a metaphor, but there's a person who wants you to like be caged or be like kind of in a routine that is very non-progressive for you, and I think you value their input, so you're like letting it happen. And I think you're gonna have to be a bit more vocal and be a bit more clear about your boundaries in the upcoming few weeks. And it could be very draining for you because you could feel you're dealing with having to not please everyone, or you're having to upset certain people. But I feel like also I would wonder, what is it that they're upset about? Are they upset about how you're living your life? Is it not actually personally impacting them? Are they just kind of very comfortable and confident interjecting in your business? These are like kind of things I would be thinking about. So I know it's a little bit brief, but you know, I like to keep it short and sweet. If you do like this video and want a personal tarot reading with me, I do them on Patreon for only 10 bucks. I'll give you one personal reading a month, every month that you're subscribed, as long as you ask during that month. You can redeem it. I don't do rollover questions because I also post other content there too, so you get your money's worth either way. See you next month, and I promise I will be here next month. I promise you. So yeah. This next reading is for my mutable signs. Mutable signs astrology for July. Is there really anything happening for you guys? Honestly, it's kind of a chill month for you astrologically. I do think there's a Mars-Saturn transit that is a little bit icky. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like for the most part, you guys are a little bit, for rising mutable signs specifically, I feel like you guys have it a little bit easier. However, if you have nodes or angles in, oh my god, why can't I speak? Cardinal signs, or if you have your Venus retrograde or direct in Leo, or just fixed angles perhaps in, you know, with the Venus retrograde ahead. Those could also be themes for you that make it more interesting or more eventful. But if you don't have any of those things and you just have mainly mutable placements, it's a pretty chill astrological month for you. With that being said, I have Page of Swords reversed, I have Nine of Wands reversed, I have Knight of Swords reversed, Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Swords upright, Five of Pentacles reversed, Ace of Wands, and Eight of Wands. You could be, and take this with a grain of salt, not everyone is going to have this stuff happen to them so literally. This is a collective reading, it's not like a personal reading. But this spread does look like your money is a little bit tight this month, or perhaps June and July were both very costly months for you. Maybe you had some unexpected bills pop up. You had some like just life expenses that just had to be dealt with. And I also feel like maybe for some people, they were let go of certain employment paths, or they decided to quit certain jobs. There's a kind of transitional period around your work life, whether it is like a literal change of job, or whether it's like you are identifying different desires or needs, or wanting, like if you're a business owner, you want to take your business in a new direction. There's a lot of uncertainty, I want to say, around money and jobs. Thankfully, with the Ten of Pentacles upright next to Ten of Swords, I kind of get the impression that it's going to get better from here. As kind of crappy as it sounds, it's almost like it can only get better from here. So if you feel like you've been at a low point, it's going to get better. If you feel like you're at rock bottom, you can only go up. However, I do want you to be a bit cautious with your finances. I get the impression that you're so independent and you don't like to ask people for help, but I feel like you also have a lot of pride in the sense that, like, if you go out somewhere and you know you don't have the funds necessarily, you're still gonna put things on your credit card or charge things or try to offer to pay for other people's things, because you like don't want to feel like you're getting favors from someone. You don't like to ask people for help. And I'm not saying that you need to ask someone for help this month, but I do think that, like, your judgment is a little bit off right now. Like, you're kind of putting your energy into the wrong things. And granted, this could be because of a slew of reasons, especially like stress and the need to decompress after like maybe a lot of turbulence with your career life, or being stressed about bills. Like, you could just be like, I need to blow off steam, I need to decompress. But if you're not careful, you could be kind of putting all of your like extracurricular energy into things that are damaging to your longer term goals and aspirations. So for example, maybe it's like you have a bad day at work, so you go to party really hard every weekend with your friends, or maybe your friends are the kind of friends that aren't necessarily productive in their own lives, so they're always encouraging you to spend money, or you're always, you know, drinking a little bit more than you would like, you know, and then you wake up and realize there's all these extra charges, you know. Or maybe it's just you are trying to act like you have everything together and be tough, so you're trying to like take care of other people when you haven't been able to address yourself. And this is kind of one of those like periods where you have to pivot and you have to be more careful about how you decompress, how you blow up steam, because I do feel like you're going to come out of this on top. I do feel like there's going to be some kind of career opportunity that falls into your lap, or a new sense of direction with where to go from here. Like, you're not going to feel completely defeated. It's not going to get worse. But I do feel like you are so stubborn with kind of how you think you should do things that I feel like you will like spend your last dollar out of pride because you'd rather not let someone know that you shouldn't be spending right now. I don't know, it's just kind of it's random. And also, even though I'm kind of stressing or focusing on your finances a lot, I feel like this could also be a metaphor for your emotional attachments as well. It could be you just around bad company, or you people pleasing, or you overexerting yourself, feeling like you have to be needed everywhere at once and you're not giving yourself enough time. But I also need like you to start kind of critically assessing the company that you keep. Yeah, I feel like this is just a period of time where you need to put your energy into things that feel more healing and aligned with your goals, and not so much necessarily blowing off steam and living in the moment knowing that you're going to have buyer's remorse later kind of thing. And this goes the same like with your relationship investments. Like, it's better to have really good friends that you know would take a bullet for you than like be around a bunch of people that feel like you're keeping up with the Joneses. At the end of the day, you know, life is short and we're all very temporary, and it's important to be around people that make us feel like they genuinely care about us. So this is an important time for that. Now I'm going to shuffle a little bit for like a future kind of what's coming ahead for you, or what to caution you with, and then I will wrap this up because you know I keep it short and sweet and scatterbrained. And so okay, so literally what I just said: Two of Cups reversed, King of Wands, and Queen of Cups reversed. I think that you are an incredibly artistic and empathetic person, but you are too worried about other people, other people's actions, or other people's thoughts on you. And I think as long as you keep letting those things dictate and determine how you live your life, you're not going to live your life as authentically as you could. So it's almost like, for example, a content creator that just keeps making content that other people want, even if they don't necessarily like it as much as they could with another niche. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of, you know, success in one area, but if you had just put the same amount of investment into another area, it could grow and be more fruitful for you, kind of thing. You know, like me pushing my books onto you guys all the time. So yeah, basically, but don't get me wrong, I'm still very passionate about astrology and tarot. But yeah, so just that's kind of a very all over the place metaphor. But hopefully you guys catch my drift. Up ahead, I feel like you are gonna have a power moment where you're realizing what you love and you're realizing who drains you, and you're gonna have to make a choice on staying the same and being drained by certain people, or you're gonna have to start prioritizing what feels right for you. So yeah, if you want personal readings with me, I only do them for $10 on Patreon. The only catch is you get one reading with me each month that you're subscribed, as long as you ask during that month, because I don't do rollover questions. But I give people personal tarot readings like this for just $10, 3-card spreads. So yeah. Up next are my cardinal signs. The Hermit reversed, 7 of Cups, 9 of Cups reversed, 7 of Swords, 3 of Wands reversed, Knight of Cups reversed, 4 of Pentacles. Okay. Four of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Knight of Cups, Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups, Nine of Cups reversed, the Hermit reversed. Cardinal signs, this is a big month for you astrologically, especially because cardinal rising signs specifically, you're going to have the North Node in Aries, the nodes enter Aries and Libra, leave Taurus and Scorpio. And so for the next year and a half, it's going to be all about you. It's going to be expanding where your house of Aries is, and it's going to be minimizing where your house of Libra is in many ways. On a tarot note, you are going to be, right now you're in the moment of rebuilding your finances, you're getting away with something, you're trying to change a certain habit or routine, you have many interests, but you're very nostalgic or focused on the past. A lot of your energy is on the past or on a specific connection or thing that you're accustomed to, but you're not happy with things you feel obligated to do. It's almost like, I know this is kind of all over the place, I was just trying to individually interpret all of them really fast, and then I'm gonna make a little salad with it. So I feel like you feel like you're obligated, maybe financially or emotionally, to do or fulfill something that you don't care to do anymore. And I think your heart has not been in this for a while. Maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a career move, maybe it's, a certain goal you thought you had personally that you want to change now. But you're realizing, like, you're such a multi-talented and faceted person that you typically like to have many projects all at once. However, I feel like you've seen the most growth with a specific area of your life, and I think that's why you've been so invested in it, because maybe it has brought you reward or results in the past, but I think your heart is just not in it anymore. So, like, again, this could be a relationship or a career thing or just a regular goal, but you're not as invested as you used to be. And I think the issue with that is I just don't feel like you're as happy with the direction that you're continuing to go in, knowing that you have other passions and interests, but you just don't want to pivot. It's almost like you're stubborn, maybe because in the past you feel like people have made jokes with you about, like, you are a cardinal sign, so they're probably like, you started many projects and you never finish them, and so maybe like you're in this stubborn headspace of wanting to see something through. But the issue is, like, if you're not passionate about the thing or the result it brings, maybe you should redirect where your energy's going, because you have all these other opportunities in areas of your life that could thrive and be very fulfilling. But again, but if you're not happy with where you're going, it's like you need to change things. And that is just kind of your headspace, or where you've been out since June and into July. And then we're going to do a little bit of a future thing, or any advising thing to come ahead. Okay, Nine of Swords, Nine of Pentacles reversed, Two of Swords. Look at that photo a little bit. I hope I am smart enough to edit and zoom in on this later. You're anxious, you have your head in the sand, meaning you are refusing to wake up to things around you if you continue to go the direction that you're going. And you're losing money or things that are of value to you in the process. Maybe you're not being true or genuine to yourself. And maybe this is Seven of Swords circling back to this original card. Maybe you're feeling like you're getting away with fooling everyone, continuing to do something that you're not passionate about and that you don't care about, because you just know that the formula works. However, it's going to catch up to you because you're just not happy. You're anxious, you're nervous all the time, you're always looking over your shoulder, Nine of Swords. And you could just be in an overall better mental state by being more authentic to yourself. Also, side note, definitely with the astrology over the next year and a half for you, you're going to be more authentic with yourself, whether you are ready to or not. I do prefer people apply their moon sign for this reading, so if you are, a cardinal moon with Aries, specifically, you're going to need to lean more into your emotions and be more authentic and real with what you love and what you don't care about over the next year and a half. And I think, even if it sounds intimidating, it could be incredibly good for you. So that is where you're at for July. Let's hope August goes a bit better. Not saying that it's bad, but I am saying that, you know, I just think it's more of, it's an easy fix, but it could also go very south if you just continue just not living your life the way that you would feel fulfilled to live it, you know? Point blank period. So overall, if you want a personal reading with me also, I only charge $10. You guys always fumble the bag with that. Just kidding. But the only catch is I only offer one tarot reading a month for $10. Each month you're subscribed to my Patreon, and you have to ask during the month that you want to redeem it, because I don't do rollover questions and I post a bunch of other exclusive content there. So either way, you're getting your money's worth with the subscription. So yeah, that is it. But I hope everyone has a lovely July. I hope that you guys forgive me for always being this inconsistent and scatterbrained. Please comment below, let me know how your June went, how you guys have been. I know I've been MIA, I'm sorry. And I will see you in hopefully next week's video, but you know, worst case scenario, just expect at least a tarot video and a book video from me each month. I feel like at this point with my inconsistencies, that's the bare minimum I could promise. So yeah, have a good day.